Okay, here we have a function, y equals a function of x, and it's asking for dy by dx. So that's fairly straightforward. You just need to change this square root into a power and x in the denominator into a power. So let's rewrite y as x cubed minus x to the power half plus 5x to the power minus 1, because x to the power minus 1 is x in the denominator. X to the power half is x under a square root. So now it's much easier to find dy by dx, because you can simply multiply the powers. Remember, you need to subtract 1 from the powers. So here I multiplied 3, and then I subtracted 1. I multiplied by half, and then I subtracted 1. I multiplied by minus 1, and I subtracted 1. So that is the answer for that, and you get 4 marks for doing that. So just watch out for the signs, and watch out that when you subtract 1 from half, you get minus half. Okay, so that's part A. Part B is asking for the equation for the normal. And what they mean is normal to this function, to this curve. So remember, when you have a normal, the gradient of the normal is not going to be dy by dx. That's only for the tangent. For the normal, it's the negative reciprocal, so it's minus 1 over dy by dx. So let's first find what is dy by dx at this point. So dy by dx at x equals 1. Where did I get 1 from? I got 1 because they said point A. And point A is given there. So I know that x is equal to 1, so I can simply substitute 1 into my expression there. So 1, 1, 1. So I'm going to put that in my calculator, replacing this with 1, this with 1, and this with 1. Well, the funny thing about 1 is that 1 squared is 1, and the square root of 1 is 1, and 1 to the power minus 2 is 1. So basically 1 to any power is 1. So the answer is 3 minus a half is 2.5, minus 5 is minus 2.5. Again, 3 minus half is 2.5. 2.5 minus 5 is minus 2.5. So it's minus, let's call it 5 over 2. Okay, so you can use that. You can use a calculator basically and just replace 1 instead of x. Okay, so we found dy by dx, but remember the gradient for my normal is not equal to that. It's equal to minus 1 over minus 5 over 2. That just means the negative reciprocal. So that means, in plain English, it means you change the sign and you flip it. You turn it upside down. So 5 over 2 becomes 2 over 5, and then minus becomes positive. So it's just 2 over 5. Okay. So what's the equation of a straight line? Because they said find the equation of a normal. The equation is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So we know what m is because we just found it. We know what x is. It's 1, because that's the point we were told about, 1, 5. But we also know the 5 is your y, or your y1. So if you put those in, you get y minus 5 equals 2 over 5 x minus 1. Now, that is your answer. It's just not your final answer because they don't want fractions and they don't want any multiplication. They want it in this form, ax plus by plus c equals 0. So let's get rid of the 5 because they don't want fractions. They said they want integers. So one way to do that is to multiply both sides by 5. So on the right side, that 5 will cancel out with that 5, and you'll have something that looks like this. 5y minus 25, so I'm multiplying this out, equals 2x minus 2. So I'm multiplying the 2. Because the 5 is gone, I'm just multiplying the 2. So 2x minus 2. Now, I'm going to move everything to the left side so I have something equals 0 because that's what they asked for. So I'm going to get minus 2x plus 2 plus 5y minus 25 equals 0. All right, so I think these can add together. So you get minus 2x plus 5y minus 23 equals to 0, and that is your final answer. Okay, that is the equation of the normal to the curve at the point 1, 5. There's no fractions here, and it's ax plus by plus c equals 0. It's the way they want it. Ax plus by plus c equals 0.